All right, let's jump right in. Today, we are tracing the absolutely incredible life of Al-Bara bin Azib. We're going to draw directly from some really rich historical accounts to unpack the journey of, honestly, an absolute hero. We're going to witness this remarkable transformation, seeing how a passionate youth, forged in the very fires of early Islamic history, grew into a formidable warrior and then, ultimately, a foundational scholar of the faith. We've got a fascinating life story to cover in this explainer today, so let's get right to it.
So you have to ask yourself, how exactly does a boy rejected for his youth become an absolute legend? I mean, just picture the emotional stakes here. It's the eve of the momentous Battle of Badr. The atmosphere is incredibly tense, and the stakes are quite literally survival. And right in the middle of all this is a 14-year-old boy. He's full of this fiery zeal, totally desperate to prove himself, stepping forward to stand with the men. But he's turned away. He's simply too young. Now that burning disappointment, that tearful rejection, that could have easily extinguished the fire of any ordinary kid. But, as you'll see, Al-Bara bin Azib was definitely not an ordinary youth.
Okay, let's dive right into this timeline. At age 14, like we just said, he faces that crushing rejection at Badr. But fast forward just 1 year later, and his persistence pays off big time. He's officially accepted to stand shoulder to shoulder with the seasoned warriors at the grueling Battle of Khandaq, also known as the Trench. So he transitions rapidly from an eager, sidelined youth to a recognized defender. But what makes his life truly extraordinary is actually the final chapter. Decades later, moving past the age of 50, after a literal lifetime of military campaigns, he doesn't just retire. No, he settles in the city of Kufa, completely transforming into a wise, revered scholar, and starts teaching the very history he helped create.
I mean, just listen to the raw emotion captured in his own words here. He recounts, "The messenger of Allah considered me too young on the day of Badr, I and Ibn Omar, so he sent us back." You know, you can almost still hear the lingering sting of that memory, right? It's this direct, first-hand account that acts almost like a time machine for us. It puts us right there in the dust of 7th century Arabia. As a reader of these sources, you literally can't help but root for this boy. He wanted nothing more than to participate in a cause he believed in with every fiber of his being, alongside the Prophet. And while he missed out on Badr, his sharp eyes and incredible memory were about to capture some of the most absolutely critical moments in history.
Because his chance finally came at the Battle of Uhud, and wow, it was an absolute roller coaster. First, there's the initial victory. He actually sees the opposing polytheist army flee, even noticing vivid details, like the women lifting their garments as they ran. But then, the devastating turn. Archers abandoning their posts. A commander's explicit warnings, Abdullah bin Jubayr's warnings, just tragically ignored. 70 Muslims martyred. And through all of this complete chaos,